So if you want to know what real ego is and what real humility is, listen to the story. There was a rabbi, he was the chief rabbi of Frankfurt, Rabbi Avraham Abush. He was invited to speak by a certain town, and he came to collect tzedakah on the way. So he entered a hotel where he was staying, and on the way he figured it's a Jewish hotel, there are a lot of Jews in the hotel, he's going to go around collecting. So he sees a group of men sitting, talking amongst themselves. He approaches them and he says, "Excuse me, but can I have some tzedakah?" So one of the members of this group turns around and he says, "Don't you see we're eating over here, we're talking, who are you to disrupt us, to interrupt us? You guys are parasites, you're coming to collect tzedakah, we're not giving you anything." With arrogance, he pushes him away. The rabbi says, of course, he doesn't say anything back. He continues to move on. As he's leaving, the man notices that he's missing his watch. He says, "What happened to my watch? Before the rabbi came to collect for tzedakah, I had my watch on me. Right after he leaves, my watch is gone. Who stole my watch? It must be the rabbi did." He comes up to the rabbi and says, "You ganav, you thief, you're a swindler. You came to pretend like you're collecting tzedakah, you came to steal my watch." And he starts screaming at him in front of everybody. He embarrasses him. He starts hitting him and gives him all types of makot. He embarrasses him, he throws him out of the hotel in front of everybody. Later that evening, the rabbi was supposed to speak in the shul. And a big crowd gathered to come and hear the rabbi speak. The big rabbi is coming, the chief rabbi of Frankfurt. And the rabbi gets up on stage, and everyone's ready to see, who is this rabbi? Who is this rabbi? He gets up before the podium. And amongst the people that was inside this crowd was the same fellow who beat up the rabbi earlier. And he's so embarrassed. This is the rabbi that came to speak in our town. He was so filled with embarrassment. He didn't know what to do. He was red in the face. And the rabbi was such an eloquent speaker. And he goes on, he opens his mouth and starts shooting out all types of divrei Torah. And it was before Yom Kippur, so he starts giving drashot. And he prepares the people for Yom Adin. And after the speech, he gets a standing ovation. And as he's getting off the stage, a whole line of people are ready to get a bracha from the rabbi. And this man cannot understand. This is the person I accused of stealing my watch. He turns to his friend, he tells him what happened. The friend says, "Listen, these rabbis are very humble people. They're not going to hold a grudge, especially before Yom Kippur. You should go get some mihila. You don't want to go into Yom Kippur with such a sin. Go ask the rabbi for mihila." He says, "I'm going to do that." He goes online, he waits online. And finally, it's his turn online to get a bracha or to ask the rabbi, and on the way to ask a rabbi for forgiveness. He walks up to the rabbi looks up. Now, I always like to stop the story right here and ask you, what do you think happened? What do you think was the rabbi's reaction? How did he respond when he saw this person? Well, one reaction, I'll tell you what I would have done. Let's start with that. What I would have done, fair enough, I think I would have just gone like this, like this, when I would see him. Now you see who I am, you see who you were dealing with, now you know who I am. Now that I gave my speech, I get all the honor, now you see who you were messing with. Almost as if to say, like, rub it in his face, like this, and look away, like, listen, no need to talk to me, it's fine, you don't need to apologize, it's fine, let's move on. That's one method. I think that's a good reaction. Another reaction, which I don't think is a proper reaction, because you Rasha, how dare you do this to me, which he obviously didn't do that. Another response would be, he could have blackmailed the guy. You want me to forgive you? Build me a yeshiva, give me a few $1,000, I'll forgive you. You could blackmail, why not? It's a good idea. You want me to forgive? I'll forgive you. But I'm not going to forgive you unless you don't build me a yeshiva. Take advantage of the situation. Chas v'shalom, he didn't do that either. Or he could have said, do me a favor, just go take a walk. I don't want to talk to you. But he doesn't do any of this. What does he do? You guys ready to hear the answer? He looks up. He takes out the watch from his pocket. I'm just kidding. He didn't steal the watch. I'm just kidding. And the guy's like, you took my watch. And then they come the bodyguards, the gabais, they come, they drag him out. I was like, I knew it was you. That's not what happened. He looks up and he looks at the man and he says, I promise you I did not take your watch. I promise you I didn't take it. It's one of the 10 commandments. Do not steal. Could I do such a thing? I will never do such a thing. I have witnesses. I didn't take your watch. Can you believe such a thing? What does that tell you? That means that not for even a moment did Ga'ava enter the rabbi. He was the same rabbi that he was when he entered this town as he's about to leave the town after his speech. It didn't even occur to him, with all the fanfare and all the honor and all the kavod that he's getting from the entire crowd of people, that maybe now this person realizes who he was. He didn't allow the Ga'ava to enter him. He stayed humble. That's true humility. Even after everything was said and done. My speech, my Torah, all from Hashem. What am I to brag? He didn't think for a second that he's better than anybody else, and it didn't occur to him that maybe this man now realized who he is after his speech. Because to him, he's the same old simple person. That is true anava.